All right, today we're diving deep into one of the most intense and honestly misunderstood star groups in Vedic astrology, Mula Nakshatra. This is a star that is just a wild paradox. It represents both total, complete destruction and the very foundation of creation itself.
I really want you to just let that question sink in as we go through this, because Mula forces us to get really uncomfortable with this idea that to build something truly new, something authentic, something old might have to be completely torn down first.
So to even begin to understand Mula, we've got to look at where it is in the sky. I mean, its literal position, because you'll see its location tells us pretty much everything we need to know.
That's right. This isn't just some poetic metaphor. Mula is parked right at the galactic core, the very point from which our entire galaxy seems to spring forth. It's the origin point. You could almost call it our cosmic source code.
And its name? Well, it reflects this perfectly. The word Mula literally translates to the root. It's all about the base, the foundation, the absolute beginning of things. It's where our journey starts, and it's where we have to return to really understand who we are. Mula symbols tell the story so well. On the one hand, you've got this bunch of tied-up roots, which points to everything that binds us, our past, our DNA, our deepest karmic patterns. But then you have the elephant's goad, which is this sharp, pointed tool. It symbolizes the immense and, yeah, sometimes painful focus you need to manage all that power and not get totally pulled off course.
Okay, so this brings us right to the central mystery of Mula. Its deep, deep connection to both creation and, well, total calamitous destruction. How can it be both?
The ruling deity here is Nariti, the goddess of destruction. And let me tell you, she's not a gentle force. Her whole deal is calamity, decay, and death. This is exactly where Mula gets its fearsome, intense reputation. But the story definitely doesn't end there. This quote really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Mula teaches that destruction isn't just an end. It's a clearing. It's the necessary death that has to happen for anything new to be born. You have to plow the field before you can plant new seeds. And make no mistake, this is not random chaos. Mula's destructive force has a very specific target. Illusion. It exists to tear down the lies we tell ourselves, the fantasies we live in, and to show us what's fundamentally real, no matter how uncomfortable that reality might be. And this is just a brilliant illustration of the two ways Mula's immense power can show up. On one path, you've got someone like Ravana, a figure of huge knowledge and power, but his ego corrupted it all and led him straight to self-destruction. On the other path, you have Hanuman. All his power was channeled through supreme devotion and service, which gave him these extraordinary abilities. It's the same root energy, but wow, talk about vastly different outcomes. So that's the big cosmic picture. But how does all this connect to the hidden roots deep inside our own minds? This is where we get into what you might call our karmic blueprint. The energy of Mula is often connected to what's known as the Akashic records. The easiest way to think about this is like a vast cosmic library, or maybe a giant cloud server that contains the complete history and karmic blueprint of every single soul. Your deepest tendencies, your hidden talents, your biggest challenges, it's all stored there. But here's the catch. For most of us, this deep, foundational information is totally hidden. It's covered by what you could call the cosmic dust of our day-to-day worries, our conscious thoughts, and just all the noise of the material world. We kind of know the roots are down there, but we can't see them clearly at all. And this is where Mula's planetary ruler, Ketu, comes in. This is so cool. Think of Ketu's energy like infrared vision. While our normal sight is totally blocked by all that dust, infrared light cuts right through it, revealing the heat signature, the truth of what's underneath. And that is Mula's gift, the power to pierce through all the illusions and see the real root cause of things, to finally access that subconscious blueprint. Okay, so with all this talk of roots and destruction, what does it actually feel like to experience this powerful energy in real life? What's the human experience of it? Well, a lot of the time, it feels exactly like being uprooted. A sudden life event, losing a job, a sudden breakup, an unexpected move, just yanks you out of your comfort zone, severing you from the life you thought was yours. And let's be honest, it can feel chaotic, and it can be really painful. But this chaos actually has a purpose. It tends to follow a pattern. First comes the uprooting.
Then, that's often followed by a period of rebellion where you question everything, all the rules, all the norms. This usually leads to some kind of crisis, a moment where you have to face your own illusions and ego head on. But if you navigate it, you get to realignment. You find your true foundation, your real roots, and you get to rebuild on that authentic ground, stronger than ever before.
So let's bring this all home. How do we take this intense, sometimes scary energy and actually channel it for profound growth?
Well, the very first step is to get that Mula's energy is neutral. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just a tool. It's a powerful force for radical and, yes, often uncomfortable truth. Whether that truth leads to your own destruction or to profound insight, that depends entirely on how you handle it. When you do harness it, though, the gifts are incredible. Mula feels the deep inquiry you need for groundbreaking research. It gives you this originality that is just not afraid to go against the herd. It provides razor-sharp intuition and is often found in the charts of powerful healers, psychologists, and really anyone whose job it is to get to the root of a problem. Even that kid who takes things apart just to see how they work, that's Mula energy. This ancient principle just sums it all up so beautifully. The impulse, the desire, feels like destruction, but the ultimate result, the true purpose, is to clear the ground, to find the root of all creation, to allow new life, new ideas, and new potential to finally emerge from a truly authentic foundation. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Mulala really asks us to be brutally honest with ourselves. Take a hard look at your life, your beliefs, your attachments. What illusion are you holding on to that's preventing new growth? And are you brave enough to let it be destroyed?